Presented by Cursed by the Witch. Warning, use headphones before listening to horror podcast story.
Nestled within a dense, ancient forest lies the village of Ravanton, a place where dusk never fully yields to dawn, shrouded in mist and overshadowed by towering trees. Stories of bloodlines cursed by dark magic and bound by an ancient ritual haunt the memories of every family in Ravanton. One legend, however, is feared above all others, the tale of the Bloodbound, a group of cursed souls tied to an ancient, blood-stained relic. For generations, the villagers believed that avoiding the relic meant escaping the curse, yet whispers claim it still exists, hidden somewhere in the forest, waiting to bind new souls to its dark power. Part 8. The Curse Awakens. The story begins with Evelyn Graves, a historian who arrives in Ravanton to document the village's history for her upcoming book on lost rituals of the ancient world. Evelyn's work quickly stirs up unease among the villagers, especially when she begins asking about the Bloodbound and the stories surrounding the relic. Though they warn her of the dangers, her curiosity leads her to Ravanton's library and the forbidden section hidden away in the depths of the basement. There, she finds an old journal belonging to Edwin Ashford, a man who disappeared mysteriously in the 1800s and is rumored to have been the last known bloodbound. The journal describes Ashford's encounter with the relic, a blood-red pendant known as the Bloodstone Amulet. It was said to bind whoever touched it, linking them to the spirits of the other bloodbound, cursed to hear their whispers and bear their memories. Entranced by the amulet's power, Ashford chronicled his slow descent into madness, describing voices calling out to him, voices of the bound souls who begged him to join them and pass the curse on to another. Part 2. Drawn to the relic. Against the advice of the villagers, Evelyn sets out to locate the Bloodstone Amulet, her curiosity overpowering her caution. The journal provides clues, leading her deep into the forest. Guided by strange symbols carved into the trees and strange, indistinct whispers only she can hear, Evelyn arrives at an abandoned stone cabin. Inside, she discovers the amulet resting on an altar, surrounded by a ring of dried blood and strange inscriptions. The moment she lays eyes on it, the whispers grow louder, and the cabin's temperature drops, an icy chill crawling over her skin. Ignoring her instincts to flee, she reaches for the amulet. The instant she touches it, a surge of cold washes over her, and she feels an intense pain, as though the amulet is branding her hand. The whispers now become screams, a cacophony of voices all speaking at once, and she realizes that she's become the new bearer of the curse. Part 13. The Bound Spirits. Returning to the village, Evelyn tries to forget what she's seen, but the bloodbound do not let her rest. Shadows follow her at the edges of her vision, whispering voices invade her mind at all hours, and each night her dreams are haunted by visions of the cursed souls bound to the amulet. She sees their faces contorted in agony, their memories filling her mind, glimpses of ancient rituals, blood sacrifices, and the horror of being trapped in an endless limbo. These spirits, bound by the curse, have been waiting for a way out, and they see in Evelyn their opportunity for release. Haunted by these visions, Evelyn returns to Ashford's journal, finding details she'd missed in her first reading. The amulet cannot simply be discarded, it must be passed to another, through blood and ritual, or its bearer is doomed to remain bound to it for eternity. With every passing day, Evelyn feels her connection to the amulet grow stronger. The boundaries between her mind and the spirits are dissolving, and she realizes that if she doesn't find a way to rid herself of the amulet soon, she will become one of the bloodbound. Part 4. The Ritual of Transference. Desperate, Evelyn reaches out to an elderly villager named Agatha, who claims to be a descendant of the original ritual practitioners. Agatha reveals the grim origin of the bloodbound curse, it was created as a punishment for the village's ancestors, who sought to harness the power of the bloodstone amulet to control the spirits of their dead and prolong their lives. But the ritual backfired, binding not only the spirits but also those who attempted to control them. Ever since, the amulet has passed from one bearer to another, each one becoming trapped within the curse. Agatha warns Evelyn that freeing herself will require an ancient and dangerous ritual, one that could either pass the curse to another or condemn Evelyn to eternal suffering. The ritual must be performed in the forest, under a blood moon, where the veil between the living and the dead is thinnest. Agatha cautions Evelyn, reminding her that the spirits of the bloodbound are desperate, and some of them may try to sabotage her efforts. Part 5. The Ritual of Release. On the night of the blood moon, Evelyn heads to the forest, accompanied by Agatha and a small group of villagers. They carry torches and protective symbols, chanting prayers to ward off evil spirits. Evelyn feels the spirits of the bloodbound drawing closer, their whispers growing louder, filling the night air with an eerie, desperate longing. The air is thick with dread, and the ground seems to pulse beneath her feet. As they arrive at the designated ritual site, a circle of ancient stones, the villagers prepare the ritual. Evelyn stands in the center, clutching the amulet as Agatha begins the incantation. Suddenly, the forest erupts with shadowy figures, the spirits of the bloodbound attempting to disrupt the ritual. Dark, twisted shapes reach out from the shadows, clawing at the villagers, their faces etched with sorrow and anger. In the midst of the chaos, Evelyn feels a force pulling her toward the amulet. The spirits are trying to bind her soul completely, to make her one of them. Summoning all her willpower, she resists, focusing on Agatha's voice, which grows louder, drowning out the whispers. Finally, as the incantation reaches its climax, Evelyn drives the amulet into the ground, breaking its connection to her blood. The ground trembles, and with a final, piercing scream, the spirits are pulled back, bound once more to the amulet. Epilogue: The Legacy of the Bloodbound. The ritual succeeds, but Evelyn is forever changed. Though the curse has been broken, she remains haunted by the voices, unable to shake the feeling that the bloodbound are still watching her, waiting. She leaves Raventon with Agatha's blessing but knows that a part of her soul will forever remain bound to the forest, to the amulet, and to the souls of the bloodbound. Back in Raventon, villagers still whisper of the night the curse was broken, and they warn travelers not to enter the forest on nights when the moon is red. The bloodstone amulet is buried beneath the ancient stones, but legends say that if you listen closely on a quiet night, you can still hear faint whispers calling from beneath the earth, waiting to bind another soul.
Thank you for watching. Just like and subscribe.